Right, welcome back to the channel, guys, and today something a little bit different. I want to highlight a few Switch games that you can buy and boost your physical collection for £15 or under. Now, we all know that the Nintendo Switch is one of those systems, even though it's been out for quite a few years now, that games really hold their value, especially those first party titles. So if you're waiting for Nintendo's games to come down in price, you're going to be waiting for quite some time. But that doesn't mean you can't amass a really good collection on your Nintendo Switch physically without spending a bomb. So without further ado, let's have a look at 10 games for £15 or under that I think would be worthwhile additions to anybody's Nintendo Switch collection.
Peggy 7.
Right, so kicking things off, and do remember, none of these in any sort of order. They're all great games in their own right, in my opinion. We're going to go with Turrican Flashback. Now, this has got a load of Turrican games on it. I think it's 4, yes, as it says there. Got the original Turrican, Turrican 2. There's a SNES version, and there's also a Mega Drive version, I believe. Now, this is one of the original run and gun games. Now, if you like run and gun, you already know about Turrican. How you play it, however, is a different matter. You might play it on the old systems which it originally came out for, but this is a great opportunity for anyone that loves the series to reacquaint themselves with it on a fairly modern system. It's £15 and there's only one in stock at CEX at the time of me recording this video. Right, so the next game on the list, Pang Adventures. Now, if you grew up in the 90s and you was a frequent arcade visitor, you'll know about Pang, one of the most addictive, most frustrating single screen games of the 90s. Now, the originals go for quite a lot of money on systems like the Super Nintendo and whatnot. This is a great opportunity for you guys to see what Pang is all about, or potentially relive your memories at a really cheap price. £15 at CEX, always seems to be in stock, and the price does fluctuate here and there. So by the time you may go to buy this game, it could be cheaper, it might be a little bit higher. Nevertheless, for the price you're going to get it at, it's a great time.
Pang Adventures!
So another game in at the £15 mark is Trek to Yomi. Now, I recently picked this one up. It was £10 at the time, so it's another Nintendo Switch game that seems to fluctuate price quite often. I've been looking at this game for some time. I was umming and ahhing as to what system I would be buying it on, because some people told me it doesn't run that well on the Switch. Now, I've probably played around about halfway through this game, and so far so good. I personally haven't received any issues that affected my experience, so I would definitely pick this one up. Can get a little bit repetitive at times, but it's definitely worth the money it sells for.
Peggy 12.
If you're listening to this, I'm probably dead.
Now, out of the 10 games that I'm recommending today, this is definitely one of my favorites. Killer Frequency is not your usual Switch game. It's definitely not for everyone, but if you like the 1980s, if you like slasher films, and if you like video games, this one is definitely something you should try. Now, I've seen this game fluctuate between £6 to £15. Now, as of making this video, it's currently £15. I picked it up for £8, and a couple of days after that, I saw it at £6. So, if you can get it cheaper, that's great. But still, even at that £15 price mark, it's still worth it in my opinion.
Thank you, Forrest.
Go right. I'm out. Thank you, Forrest. You're almost out of time. Just do something. Where do I go? Oh no, Dad. Wait, no. Ah!
Right, another game in at the £15 mark. Now, if you're like me and you are old school and you like your shooters, you probably already know about Cotton. But Cotton Fantasy, this one tends to go between £10 and £15, is an absolute must if you like your shooters. Great gameplay, much improved graphics, the visuals are absolutely beautiful on this one. It's definitely something, even if you're not a huge fan of shooters, that you should experience. If it's not for you, fair enough, but I'm very confident that anyone will take something away from this game, especially at the low price that it sells for. Now, this game, Battle Axe, I haven't got that far into this game, and the reason being I probably haven't put enough time into it. But not only that, it's hard as nails. But it's a game that I really like. It's the sort of gameplay that I grew up on, so they definitely have nailed that sort of scrolling type beat 'em up hack and slash action with this one. This one is another one, it fluctuates between £12 and £15. As of the time of this video, it's £15, but don't be surprised to see it go back down at some point. If you like your modern retro stuff, then this is definitely something. If you don't already know about it, then get to know. The visuals are lovely, the gameplay is smooth, but just be warned. At least I think so. It's difficult.
Peggy 12.
Now, from the same company that brought you Battle Axe, we've got what might be my favourite game in this video. Final Vendetta is an absolute love letter to Final Fight, Streets of Rage, and it's just another fantastic addition to the beat 'em up genre, which has had a massive resurgence over the last 4 to 5 years. Now, this one I think has definitely gone under the radar a little bit. It kind of came out around about the same time as Streets of Rage 4. Therefore, some people might have thought this was a bit of a copycat. Trust me, play this game. It sells for £12 and it gives a great challenge, got great visuals, great soundtrack. In fact, the soundtrack, in my opinion, is better than anything Streets of Rage has done.
Yep, that's it. You got him, Miller.
The gameplay speaks for itself. The game does give quite a challenge as well. There's a lot of replayability with this game. It's not just a one and done. Kill that final boss like you do in most games and you'll go back and play it occasionally. This one's got value.
Take out the trash.
Like I say, at £12, it's criminal not to own this game physically.
One last fight. Final Vendetta!
Right, okay, this one I was on the fence about for a long time. I read on the back it's a platformer, but I had a feeling it was just going to be more of a kids game, and you can understand why when you look at it. However, trust me, that is not the case with Songbird Symphony. I've had a few people since recommend this game to me, and I thought at the price that I paid for it at the time, £8, what have I got to lose? Another one at CEX that fluctuates between £8 and £12. At the time of this video, it's sitting pretty at £12. Still a good value game. Now, trust me on this one gets hard real quick. I was playing this game, really enjoying it, and then my old man fingers couldn't keep up with the beat matching that they was asking me to do. I'm sure I'm going to go back to it and try once again, but believe me, that difficulty curve goes from easy to difficult in a flash. However, don't let that put you off. It's not the kind of game that's so difficult that you're never going to be able to complete it, or you're not going to want to play it and give it that one last chance. Right, so into this one, Demon Throttle. Now this is selling for £8 currently in CEX, and it is worth every penny. This is very much an NES type game, and it plays in the sense of an Akari Warriors type game. Storyline is absolutely bonkers, but who cares about that? That's what you expect from a game like this. It's 2-player, it's great fun, it's a great challenge, and the crazy thing about this game is that it is only available in a physical format. It was at one point exclusive to game, however copies have since been bought, resold on the market, and therefore CEX have it in stock. It's a short game, probably an hour to 2 hours worth of gameplay here, but for £8, if you like your retro, you've got to pick this one up. Right, another game that's so cheap at the moment, Jitsu Squad. This game was no more than 6 months ago, probably £25 to £30. It's dropped dramatically, I'm not sure why. I think it's a really good game. The visuals are great, just look at it, it's stunning, modern, retro, as the way it should be done. It's a beat 'em up, so if you like your beat 'em ups, this game deserves your attention. Now, as you've just seen there in the trailer, guest appearances from Maximilian Dude and Ukulele. Now, that is a bonkers lineup of additional characters. Not the sort of characters you would expect to see in such a game, but I honestly feel that this game is very underrated. It's not a difficult game to find. CEX seem to have copies in multiple stores, so get out there, pick this one up. So there you have it guys, 10 games for £15 or less. Now when making this video, there was a couple of games that I had in mind. However, this range of games tends to fluctuate in price quite frequently at CEX. Therefore, I haven't been able to put 1 or 2 games in this video that I had in mind. But the good thing about that is that means that there's more videos I can make about this subject. Like I say, with the prices going up and down constantly for this sort of range of games, some of the games will go out of the £15 territory and some will drop into it. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on the prices on all of these sort of games moving forward, so that I can continue to recommend games for you guys out there to boost your Nintendo Switch collection on a budget. Thanks for watching guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next video.